I made 2 videos this week that I am very proud of, and now it is Friday and I have to make my 3rd video this week. What's that gonna be about? It's not a rhetorical question. Because sometimes you're able to make videos that you are very proud of. The idea is sound and you think the execution works okay. You're never really pleased with stuff because that would mean you've become complacent, and how dare you ever be proud of the stuff that you happen to do. My own psychosis is rather tangential to this video though. Other times though, you don't quite know what it is you're going to talk about, and for some people that would mean, well, don't post a video, don't waste people's time, that's just rude and obnoxious to the audience. To those people I would say, you're probably right, sorry. But I look back at some of my older videos and I think, you know, some of those, I didn't know what I was doing when I turned on the camera, and they turned out to be better than some of the others. So maybe it's worth the investment of waiting here until I figure out what it is that I'm going to talk about. Yeah, and it's one of those weeks where even right now, going out and looking at what's going on in the world and commenting on it doesn't really make a lot of sense. In the United States, the government is shut down. No comment. I can't comment on that. The reason is that the House has declined to pass a budget without also having provisions that defund Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. And so people are saying, well, the Republicans are stupid. And then there are people saying, well, the Obamacare is a bad idea, so it's the Democrats that are being stupid. And I genuinely don't know what to think. On the one hand, I can say, well, Obamacare was passed, so, you know, you gotta still pay for the things that you bought already that aren't related to that, so maybe we should just budget a little bit. But then I look at the stuff that the Democrats are saying. They're saying, well, you lost, and then we won the election, so clearly everybody agrees with us. And I think just because someone may have voted for you as a person doesn't mean that they necessarily agree with all of your ideas. In fact, I would be very concerned if someone agreed with all of my ideas. That means that they're not a person, they are a sheep, and then why are you governing sheep? So I can't talk about that because I don't agree with anybody, and I don't want to be one of those people that's just out there screaming invectives at everybody else. That's not productive. Let's do something else. And it hasn't been a great week for me personally. I've been very lethargic and just feeling bleh all week, and I recently realized that barring me changing my physical habits, I am more than halfway through my life, which is kind of crazy. But barring, you know, the whole digital consciousness thing, which I'm really hoping for right now because it seems to be a lot easier than dieting. Not even necessarily because dieting and exercise is that hard, but because I'm terrified that what if I do become physically fit and then I become a fitness guy or like an organic healthy food person, one of those people that says anything that scientists can classify as a chemical has no business being in our bodies. Now give me my flu shot. Just extremes, right? I think what bothers me so much about the organic thing is that yes, it's possible that there are pesticides and genetic modifications and stuff that could do real harm to us, and we should take those seriously. But it also becomes very easy to tune you out when you're saying anything that's not organic is evil and you're eating bananas. Because bananas are genetically modified, cows are genetically modified, albeit across a very long time. The domesticated cow isn't something that can live in the wild. It evolved to be like super good around people. And on the other hand, pesticides and organically modified stuff means that we are able to make more food and feed more people, and that is a very good thing. And then if we shout at the organic people for you're too hippie and you just hate the science, you're ignoring the possibility, well, yeah, maybe there are harmful side effects and we should investigate those. We all have very similar goals across everything. But it seems like we're never facing in the same direction. With the food thing, the question should be, how can we feed as many people as possible, as productively as possible, with as little health concerns? That's all that any of us really should want. And as far as health goes, the question should be, how can we guarantee the maximum amount of life satisfaction for the maximum amount of people, including not making people poor because they have to pay ridiculous premiums, but also making sure that we're caring for people that otherwise couldn't get premiums, and figuring out a way to maximize the benefit to all the people. And the dumb thing is that every person Once this, we just completely disagree about how it gets done, and it's dumb, right? Because instead of facing toward that end goal, we look at the means that we personally may have decided is the right way to go about it, and that now becomes the goal, in that we want to defund Obamacare, forgetting about this whole end goal of happiness and blah blah blah, or we want to make sure the House Republicans can't deny people blah 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 blah. Ignore the whole health thing for a second. We gotta take you guys down. I'm a control freak. I'm very, very good at being a control freak, but you know what I discovered about being a control freak? It doesn't always work. There are things outside of your control, and we have to live together as people in this whole planet thing. What you can do is face in the direction that you want to go and try to cultivate an environment where that goal can be achieved. Not by trying to wrestle control away from other people and run things yourself, but by simply creating an environment where that goal is a little more likely. It's order. Creating order amongst this chaos of everything. Rather than control, it's distinct, but it's important. I guess this is what I was talking about today.